Hi Year 2, I'm here to teach you a small English lesson which is going to be a project that you can do over a period of time. We all miss you so much and we hope that we're going to see you really soon. Our topic that we've been doing this half term has been Rainforest Rescue, and I know that you've all enjoyed it so much. We've done loads of different things during our topic of Rainforest Rescue. Some of the things we've done is we've located and we've named 6 main rainforests around the world. We wrote our own rainforest poem. We've written dialogue between 2 different characters in the story The Hunter, and we thought of different alternatives for said. We wrote an internal monologue of a character. We've studied plants and looked at how different plants adapt in order to be able to be suited to the rainforest. We've looked at hot and cold areas around the world and described climates. We've learnt the layers of the rainforest. We wrote a book review for The Hunter by Paul Geraghty. We did drama retelling the story of the great kapok tree, and we created our very own poster to persuade people to come to the rainforest and to protect the rainforest. What we want you to do now, with all of the information you learnt so far this half term, is we want you to tell us everything that you know about the rainforest. We also want you to research some new information and add that into your project as well. So, if you see this icon here, that means you can pause the video, and these are the things that we would like you to include in your project. A contents page. Top tip is to do this right at the end, so get all of your writing done first of all and then include a contents page. Different sections, subheadings within each section, lots and lots of facts, both in your own handwriting and if you want to you can type it as well. Pictures, you can draw your own beautiful pictures and also print them off. Include a caption underneath so that you can explain what the picture is, and also a glossary at the end. A glossary is where you will tell us the meaning of the words within your project. So what could you include in your sections? You could have a section about animals in the rainforest. Maybe within that you're talking about the different types of animals, so amphibians or mammals or birds. You could have a section on layers of the rainforest, so the forest floor, the understory, the canopy layer and the emergent layer. You could have a section about deforestation, so that's cutting down the trees in the rainforest. You could have one section describing all of the different rainforests around the world and where they are, maybe what their climate is like. And then also you could have another part saying about the different stories in the rainforest. We've already learnt about one story that's set in a rainforest, which is the great kapok tree. And here are some other examples of some other rainforest stories that you might be able to find online. There's one called One Day on Our Blue Planet, The Explorer, Rainforests, and Slowly, Slowly Said the Sloth. But there's loads more online that you could have a little look for. I have written an example of how you might start one of your sections. So this section is called Animals in the Rainforest. I'll read it to you. This section of my project will tell you all you need to know about the animals in the rainforest. At the end of this section there is a quiz so that you can test your new learning. Amphibians. An amphibian is a small animal that needs water or a moist environment to survive. My favourite rainforest amphibian is the red-eyed tree frog. It has impressive suction pads on its feet so that it can cling to the leaves in the canopy layer. With its bright red eyes, a red-eyed tree frog is known to paralyse its prey with fear so that it has seconds to escape. When a red-eyed tree frog closes its eyes, it is able to blend into its environment, therefore disguising itself in its habitat. An impressive skill for such a small animal. Do you agree? So that's only a small part of one of my sections. I've done a title, I've done a little introduction, I've done a subheading, amphibians, and I've written about amphibians. The next thing I'm going to write about within this part is mammals. So you can see my subheading just down here. So here are some top tips for your project. write a couple of sentences at a time and then read back through your work to make sure that you've included all of the non-negotiables. I'll tell you those in a moment. Make a plan before you start. Decide what your sections are going to be so that you can get the right amount of research for them. And enjoy it. Make the project your own. It doesn't have to be exactly like how I've shown you. It's your own piece of work. Make it colourful, have lots of pictures. So these are the year 2 non-negotiables for writing. We will put this up on the website as well. So these are the sorts of things that you need to be including in your writing. Capital letters in the correct places, full stops, using your phonics to spell, reading your work over again, keeping all your letters on the line, keeping your letters close together, using the correct letter formation, finger spaces, and a correct pencil grip. So those are things you must include. Some other things that you could include in your writing are adjectives, using conjunctions, time adverbs, spelling the year 2 common exception words correctly, and using a variety of sentence types. So commands, statements, exclamatory sentences, and questions. So you can pause that now if you want to. Okay,